Welcome to Global Domination Live. My name is Lisa Marie Wand, and my co-host is Stephanie Gilezan. We have spent the last 2 decades building and scaling our real estate businesses. And most real estate agents focus on their immediate neighborhood, their city, or their region. And we say, why think small when you can grow your business to a whole new level? eXp offers opportunities for you to take your local business to national and global scale. Welcome to our show.
Awesome to be here, Lisa Marie. You know what I love is that we're back doing something and explaining this amazing model that has changed both of our lives and so many other lives that we know. And so today, as we explain eXp commercial, we're going to share those awesome stories because there's some major success stories that have happened over the course of the last 18 months with this awesome growing or fastest growing commercial brokerage.
That's right. I'm excited.
I am too. Let's hit it.
Drum roll.
That's who we are, right? We've done a lot, I think.
Yeah. We've accomplished a lot between the two of us. We definitely have.
You know, the impact has been extremely huge. And the biggest reason is because when you have conversations with commercial practitioners across this country, my number one question I ask is, what did you pay your broker? We're the fastest growing commercial brokerage with the biggest amount of impact because this model beats any other model that has ever existed in commercial real estate.
Yeah, we're definitely breaking the mold here. Not only can you transact traditional commercial real estate, but we also have added business brokering and a vast amount of ancillary services.
You know, being this one global brokerage, which is exactly what we're talking about, global domination, it makes all the difference in the world because I know I was able to take my team, my real estate company that was located in Louisville, Kentucky, and now we're doing business in over 36 states and 4 countries right now. We're doing actual transactions in these areas, and it's huge because of that one brokerage concept and not a franchise.
Yes, we are definitely not a franchise. We are a publicly traded company, and each and every one of us are owners in that organization. This slide says it all, doesn't it, Stephanie?
Well, we both get so excited. We can't wait to just jump in and talk about the 80-20 split, but 80-20, so what? What's huge here is that it's a $20,000 cap. $20,000 cap. 93% of our roster caps on the first transaction.
That's pretty phenomenal. And because we are one global organization, you can earn that $20,000 cap anywhere. I mean, the boundaries of states and countries have been dissolved. It's phenomenal.
Absolutely. So when you reach 100,000 in gross commission income, the rest of your commission is 100% because that's what it takes to cap at that 20K. $250 a month. Lisa Marie, you and I both, when we had our own brokerages, we were spending well over $3,000 a month for not even this many tools. And so being that publicly traded multi-billion-dollar public corporation with absolutely no debt, we were able to go to these tools and negotiate the best so we could pass it right back to the agent. So for $250 a month, you're getting Build Out Elite. I know brokers paying $870 a month for that program. It's included in our $250. Yeah, just for that alone. Reonomy, national data access. I know brokers paying $495 a month for Reonomy. It's included in the $250 a month.
And one of my favorites, Agent Hub, it's our commercial CRM, which can do everything for you. I mean, it's locked and loaded with the latest technology to help you reach out to your clients and potential clients at a very high level.
Absolutely. And AIR forms are huge. I mean, that has been an industry problem forever, where how do we get our hands on forms to do these every type of commercial transaction in every single state? And that's what we've got with AIR forms.
And here's how we look at all of these relationships that we have where you can syndicate your listings with Build Out. So no longer do you need a receptionist and a marketing assistant and a brick and mortar location. In 10 minutes, you can input your listing, your new listing into Build Out, and it syndicates out to all of these large companies, including RealMax, Commercial Edge, the broker list, it goes on and on. So we have these syndication partnerships that 10x your ability to market your property very quickly.
That's absolutely right. And when agents have come over, brokers have come over, they're like, gosh, I'm getting more internet leads. And that's because your exposure has grown. Like Lisa said, we have 10x your exposure by making sure your listings show up on all of these platforms. And new agent training is something that has been extremely important to me, and also Lisa Marie, who happens to be all of eXp's instructor of the year last year, voted on by those that you educated and trained in commercial training, everything from social media to the basic fundamentals. And that's what this company is built on, because look, when I got into the industry, I was a 21-year-old female. No one wanted to give me the time of day. No broker wanted to give me a place in their office because they didn't want to invest any time in me. They didn't think I was going to be successful. And so we built a company so that the people with the license that have the desire and the passion and the drive to want to be successful in commercial real estate, that's exactly what we're doing here. And I don't want to steal your thunder, Lisa Marie, because you've been a big part of this.
Yes, I have. And so this company, not only are we attracting big teams and experienced agents and brokers, but we have a place for people with that burning desire to have a career and help people in commercial real estate. And we do that not only through our comprehensive new agent training, but also through our advisor program. So if you're an experienced commercial agent or broker, then we partner you with these newer or less experienced agents and have created this program so that you can help them build a successful career, and you benefit from that as well. And we have 50 hours of training a week in our virtual world. And also we have recordings, so you can take your training on the go. You can learn and expand your knowledge regardless of where you are in the world.
Here's what I love in an industry. Let's be honest, everybody. In commercial real estate, it's kind of inundated, right? It's kind of the dinosaur-esque of the industry. It hasn't evolved. There's a lot of senior brokers that have sold multi-million-dollar properties that are still doing business the old school way. You can still do business the old school way here at eXp. However, if you do want to evolve, if you want to start working on how to utilize social media to land more deals or to sell your listings quicker or leasing and whatever, we're teaching that. That's what's so impressive about this company is that we have guys and gals that have been in this business 30 plus years, and they're like, I have never learned so much that has taught me how to keep more of my money versus spending it on all this advertising that's not really necessary. So those are the tips of the tricks and what we're trying to do to evolve you into the new age. Is that what we call it?
There we go. That sounds like a good thing. New age. Nobody loves paperwork, right? I know I don't. And so we make it easy at eXp Commercial for you to have online document storage, upload, and get paid electronically within 48 hours. It allows you to run your business with top security features, and we have transaction coordinators that can help you as well.
And getting paid in 48 hours is just unheard of. I love it when I talk to the Cushwake guys and they're like, oh my God, it takes us 42 days to get paid, right? Your brokers are the bank in technicality, right? I mean, when I owned my brokerage, that's what I felt like. I was the bank, right? We're putting up all the money, we're doing all the funding. So they want to hold your money as long as possible. Here at eXp, we want to pay you as fast as we can. That's the goal here. And this unique model, you touched on this a second ago, Lisa Marie, but it is a publicly traded agent-owned company. So why not come to eXp, do more transactions, keep more of your money, but at the same time, you get to earn ownership in a publicly traded multi-billion-dollar company with absolutely no debt.
So one of the other groundbreaking things about eXp is that I have not heard of any other company that has an exit strategy for agents and brokers. So you just transact real estate till you're ready to fall over. But here you get equity in the company when you close transactions. We also have a 401k. We have all kinds of opportunities for you to build a future for yourself while you're expanding your real estate career.
Absolutely. And, when you're in the brokerage industry, you always meet people that you're doing deals with, and to have that conversation with them and to explain to them what eXp commercial is, when they join, you now get to sit in that ownership seat with absolutely no overhead, no liability, no risk, but you still get to earn like your broker does, right? You still get to earn revenue share for those agents that when they come over and they do a transaction, you're getting a piece of that. And this is huge, Lisa Marie. I've got to share this because 4.5 years ago, I brought my entire brokerage over to eXp Realty prior to eXp Commercial even launching. And back then we had 6,618 agents in the nation. Okay. Today we're over 84,000 agents. Think about that. In a 4.5 year period of time, this company has whatever that math is. I mean, just multiplied. Because it is the only model of its kind. It is the only model to where you don't have to go out, build a brokerage, but you reap the rewards as if you did. And that's what's so impressive here. I had an opportunity to sell my company for a big chunk of money. But when I sold that company, I had to become somebody else's brand. I had to marry them without even having the courtship. And I had to stay involved in that for a minimum of 10 years. And I said no to that when I saw the eXp model. eXp doesn't pay any of us to come that day, but by God, it pays continuously. And what I have earned in stock and revenue share is 5 times what that big chunk of money was that I could have accepted back in 2018. And it keeps growing.
That's the thing, it keeps growing. So that idea of keeping the most money in the agent's pocket, so 80% goes to the agent, and then of that 20% that goes to the company, the thing that blows my mind, Stephanie, is that eXp, it reinvests half of that back to the agents through rev share. So essentially you're keeping at least 90% of your income through your split and through the revenue.
Well, I tell everybody, because the real true math of it is I'm at 120%. That's the real truth. I'm at 120%. And that's what happens. We get the ability to earn this stock and the revenue share piece without having to put up the overhead, right? So all of that money, day one, when I brought my brokerage over, I got a pay raise because I stopped having to pay for overhead, right? Yeah. That's huge. Work anywhere, anytime. Yes, we do. We operate in this metaverse, the offices, whether you're with eXp Commercial or eXp Realty or eXp India or Dominican, wherever we are all in this metaverse. We're collaborating. This is why we can give so much money back to the agents, because we don't have the expense of the brick and mortar. But this is also where we are off the charts when it comes to that collaboration and how we get to work with each other, learn from each other, and build with each other, Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie is in Reno, Nevada. I am in Louisville, Kentucky. We're in this world every single day. And this is where you taught every day for the last year, practically.
Yes. And here's the thing, everybody, Stephanie and I have both owned our own brokerages. And I will tell you, I have not met a more collaborative organization. And even though maybe I don't see people from across the globe in person, you meet them in the world, you collaborate, you help each other, you close deals, you refer. And this is happening like daily. We see all of these referrals happening. And then when you do eventually get to see these people either on a Zoom or a Google Meet or in person at one of our events, you have these amazing connections.
Absolutely. And inside eXp World is also over 1,600 staff people. They're working for the agents so that we can get paid on time. We've got accounting. We've got tech support beyond belief. There is no brokerage that has where you log in and immediately have tech support. When I had my brokerage and we did have an issue, we had to wait on tech support to arrive, right? It was all outsourced. But here, everybody is available, from the broker to the compliance to accounting to marketing, you name it, it's in eXp World.
And before I came to eXp, I love to give this example. I was at another brokerage affiliated with another brokerage that we won't mention the name, but we had 2 brokers in that brick and mortar office. They were just down the hall from me. And sometimes it would take me days to have a quick meeting with them to run something by them. And in the virtual world, we get answers almost immediately, right, Stephanie?
Absolutely, because there's over 1,600 staff people there serving at any moment that you're logging in. And because we're this global company, it's all across the board when it comes to the time zones. We're servicing so many different time zones now.
Just about every single time zone, right?
I think so. We'll double check that, but I think you're right. I mean, eXp came up with a solution too, because this company is always about the solutions. And when NAR had released these statistics, and then also I did some research, Lisa Marie, I don't know if you knew this, but prior to the eXp commercial launch, I had conducted with a third-party company over 1,500 interviews of commercial practitioners in the industry, and I was astounded at the fact that there was over 40% of them that answered no, they had no health insurance. And so eXp wanted to solve those issues by putting us all in a group insurance plan to where we save thousands upon thousands of dollars and have great health insurance coverage. So I encourage everyone to go to expagenthealthcare.com, get a quote. Even if you don't know if you're interested in switching brokerages, just go and get a quote, because this is important for you. And as Jim Wong always says, health is wealth, right?
That's right.
Workplace. Lisa Marie, I got it. I'm doing too much talking, so just tell me to shut up. We have this great idea, right? But I have to do this because I did this on purpose. So I got onto Workplace about 15 minutes before we started this today. And I just scrolled, just a handful of times. And in about 37-minute period, there were 14 referrals going back and forth on Workplace. You were at another brokerage. I owned a brokerage, but I was also at another brokerage in my 24-year career. I never received the level of referral business that I have received from eXp Commercial and eXp Realty. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that it makes it so easy through Workplace to connect with one another, to post. Share that.
And so I'm the commercial designated managing broker for the state of Nevada. So I oversee all the agents and transactions in Nevada and beyond. I mean, I do business everywhere, as just like Stephanie does. And it's amazing to me how the cross-pollination between eXp Commercial and eXp Realty. So all those realty agents out there, for me as a commercial broker, are one of my clients, because this Workplace, which is like Facebook for specifically just for eXp, it makes it so easy for them to reach out either through a message or, like you said, through a post, and people respond quickly. Because I mean, we have this on our phone, right, Stephanie? So
Yeah.
I'm in Workplace on and off all day long.
And also in Workplaces, all of our ancillary partners that are there to help us, to make us better. You get great in real estate when your tool belt, so to speak, is just as good or better than you. And that's what's happened with these ancillary services. 1031 exchanges, O'Connor tax reduction experts, which is massive and huge. Villa Title, being able to close our transactions anywhere, which is huge, because majority of the time my seller's in one state and the buyer's in another state. So it's important because nobody's getting together in an attorney's office to do that deal. And Villa makes sure that we have it.
These ancillary partners just make us look great. You said it's our tool belt. I call it our invisible army. But Villa Title, I have one person, regardless of where I'm closing a deal or what type of deal it is: cannabis, business brokering, brokerage transaction, and then Com Loan. The opportunity to have a national commercial lender that, as agents and brokers, when we get a new listing, they have the technology where they have partnerships with all these banks, and they can provide options for buyers of, people are vying to loan money to our clients, and they get options of all these different types of loans. So if something falls through, and we know it does sometimes, this is a great option to help close more deals.
So why eXp Commercial, Lisa Marie?
Why not? I can't imagine being anywhere else.
And I'm sure people are already messaging going, how are you doing business in 36 different states? Well, the truth of the matter is I'm in Kentucky. I hold a Kentucky license, and I hold an Indiana license, Florida here in a minute. But with the way we are this one global brokerage, we employ state brokers in all 50 states. And there is license portability. License portability is real when it comes to commercial real estate. And so How we're able to accomplish that is because we're open for business in all 50 states. We have a broker of record that are here to facilitate and help that. And so we follow those guidelines. The states that are red are the turf states that you have to have a license in order to do business. But the great thing is we have brokers and agents in those states too that you can collaborate with and co-broker with. But license portability is a game changer. And so many of those that I have attracted personally to eXp Commercial have come from these national brands that are all franchise model, that are all territorial. And if you've got a deal, if let's say you're in Phoenix, Arizona, and you've got an opportunity to do a deal in Nevada, that franchise isn't going to let you come into Nevada because a different franchise owner owns that territory. And that's why license portability is almost like foreign language to so many people that hold a real estate license. They just don't know anything about it.
And I was talking to an agent recently that's with another commercial agent that's with another brokerage, Stephanie, and they were talking about how they wanted to get licensed in like 10 or 12 states.
Why?
And my question was, why would you want to do that?
Who wants to do all of that?
I showed them the power of portability. Like you said, so many people don't know about this. So now you can do transactions in every different state, whether it's a referral or a co-broker. You're not leaving any business on the table.
And you're not giving away any money.
Yes. Here's the other powerful thing is that $20,000 cap applies to everywhere. None of this, more of this where you have a cap in every state, or like you said, you have to give your business away to someone else because of a franchise. So this is hashtag game changer right here.
I had a conversation this morning, and I'm going to share this because this is important. And he said, oh, I've got people that I know in all states. I just refer it to them. And I said, how many clients over the course of your 32 years you've been in this business have you lost? Well, I don't think any, but how do you know? How many times do you refer business? Because you run the risk of that broker or agent being better than you, right? Yeah. Here is an opportunity to keep your business and know you've kept it. And you know, that's huge. It's so big. We talked about 84,000 eXp agents across the globe. Think about when 99% of them are residential real estate and don't know what we do in commercial.
Yeah.
That's
why I
huge.
refer to that, the agents, the cross-pollination between eXp Commercial and eXp Realty is so powerful. Stephanie and I, over the last couple of decades growing our business, you know, the majority of our business, I know because we've talked about this, is repeat or referral. And a lot of these referrals come from this instant referral network and this ability to collaborate across the globe.
Build your real estate team across the world. When we say that, because this is everywhere that eXp has a presence. This is where we are open. And we have the ability to co-broker with brokers and agents in these countries as well too, which is why I'm able to represent resorts in many different countries outside the United States and do big business.
And just think about, you know, who do you know in different countries, and the ability to connect with them and let them know that you can service them at a high level on an international level and start doing transactions across country lines. This is another game changer with eXp.
Absolutely. And another great benefit is that maybe you don't want to worry about transactions in other countries, but maybe you know agents in those countries. There's nothing greater than me logging on to my eXp app and watching in real time me make revenue off of a closing that happened in Mexico because that agent is in my revenue share and I earn money every time they do something, or Canada, or all over the place. You know, it's been 4.5 years that I've been with eXp. However, a lot of these countries we just opened up in, and we're already seeing the benefits. And I 10 years ago, if you had said, are you ever going to do transactions or earn commission dollars in other countries? I would have said, how?
Well, and you bring up a good point, Stephanie, and that is recruiting globally as well. Because we all know, I mean, I bet we all know people in other countries or have connections. And so having that conversation about this unique business model across the globe. And this is one of my favorite parts because, you know, Stephanie, I'm really passionate about social media, about branding, about brand strategy. And at eXp, you get to brand yourself, not the brokerage, not the way it's traditionally done. So you can power your business with eXp Commercial or eXp Realty with your own brand and put yourself out there first and grow your brand. And these are some examples of how you can do that.
Absolutely. And, if you're with a big firm, look, all companies out there are great. They all have, powerful names or reputations, and they're phenomenal. They're just expensive. And, it's crazy how many people that we've brought in from a lot of these major recognizable big name brands that had no identity.
Yes.
And, they were concerned about, well, I don't have an identity. And I go, sure you do. I want you to pick up the phone and I want you to call your top 5 or your top 10 clients and ask the question, do they work with Marcus and Malachap, or do they work with you? Do they work with JLL, or do they work with you? Because you'll be surprised. This is a relationship business and they're not working with the brand. They're working with you. And it's time for you to start building that brand. This was probably the number one thing of why I looked at eXp for the second time. When I heard about it, I went, and then when I saw it, this was number one for me because I had spent 20 years building my brand, owning my own brokerage, and my brokerage had my name on it. And so it was important for me not to lose that identity, especially when it came into my local network. Because it was such a recognizable name. And here I've just now been able to take that local name that I've had for 24 years with brand recognition and build that across the globe with eXp support. It's phenomenal. You can attract to eXp Commercial or eXp Realty, regardless of which company you join. That's what's so great about this publicly traded, eXp World Holdings that owns us is that the revenue share gets shared all the way around. And so if you join eXp Commercial, because commercial is what you focus on and that's what you want to do, you can still attract agents to eXp Realty and earn that same revenue share and the stock awards. So it's huge. Lisa Marie, anything that we left out?
Well, I think we really took a lot of information and distilled it down into some pretty amazing points. So thank you for joining us today. And are you curious about a next step? For those of you interested in learning more about creating global impact in your commercial real estate business, reach out to us today at info@globaldomination.live and schedule a personalized strategy session. And we are here to help you grow. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.